Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It is so wonderful to be back here at the Talmud Lunch Learn. I want to thank our replacement for our chef, Ed, Susan, and David. Thank you so much for cooking up a storm here with this magnificent, delicious, magnificently delicious lunch. So thank you so much. In this week's Parsha, to our friends online, we forgot to tell you. We're coming to you live from the Talmud Lunch Line, 12 o'clock at the Torch Center. So we are, in this week's Parsha, we talk about Avram Avinu, we talk about Abraham, our patriarch, and the incredible lessons we learned from Abraham. Now, one of the very interesting stories that we see in this week's Parsha, and again, we don't just have stories, it's not stories, it's lessons, it's lessons, it's lessons. And we see that Abraham has a little conflict with his nephew, Lot. He feels that his nephew is not being so honest. So he says to him, you know what, perhaps we should part ways. Now, most of us, I think, if we had to part ways from our family member, or if we had to part ways with someone who did business with us, so we'd say, listen, this is mine, this is yours, and go, right? That's not what Abraham does. Abraham says, I don't think it's a good idea for us to work together. He says, wherever you want to go, I'll go the other way. You go right, I'll go left. You go left, I'll go right. He gives it totally to him. Why? Because he does not want conflict, and he doesn't want him to ever say, something, the reason why you're so successful is because you stole the land from me, because I gave it to you. No. You take what you want, I'll take the... We see the same exact thing with the king of Sodom. Right after the battle of the kings against Abraham, Abraham wins the 4 kings. Right, so you see that the king of Sodom says, Abraham, please, you take all the spoils. Just give me the people. Just give me the people. And what does Abraham say? He says, I don't want not the people, not the spoils. Why? Again, he doesn't want anybody taking the credit for his his success, his well-being, for his success. He wants clean. He wants clean. I don't want anyone to contribute to my success other than the Almighty. I don't want anyone taking credit for the things that I've been doing. It's interesting, though, we also see that when Abraham buys the field from Ephron, and he's buying the field in a few portions, he's going to be burying his wife Sarah. So we see that he buys this property, right? But at first, in the whole negotiation, they say, no. You're one of us. Just take it. Just bury it. He says, no, I want to pay for it. They say, oh, you want to pay? Instead of being the nominal $10,000 for the plot, they say, okay, $400,000, right? He's like, whoa. And he pulls out the money, gives it to him immediately. Why? Because there's a virtue that our sages teach us, and we see here from Abraham, of being clean. Being clean with your money, being clean with your actions, being clean, being squeaky clean. And if we look at the ways of our sages, we see that they're meticulous with every single dime. They scrutinize to ensure that it's honest. There's a story told about Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky where, the banker, the teller at the bank, people said, oh, this is a big rabbi. So what she did was, when she gave him the money that he was withdrawing, she put an extra $5 inside his pile of money. Let's see, if he's such a big rabbi, let's see. And sure enough, he goes home, he counts the money, he sees they gave him $5 extra. He goes back to the bank and says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you gave me $5 extra. He says, now I know that he's a great rabbi. Now I knew he's a great man, because you can tell by his honesty. You can tell, but we need to realize that we will never benefit. I remember I once had a woman call me. She said that she purchased something online to be picked up at a store. So you can do the in-store pickup of an online order. So she ordered the item, they sent it, sometimes they do that for free shipping, because otherwise it'll cost you shipping, you want to save on the shipping. Okay. So this woman calls me up and she says that she ordered something online, and she was on the way to picking up the item at the store. It was probably several weeks or so that it would take till they get the product, She, for whatever reason, wasn't around there, but she was on the way eventually to go get it. On the way, she gets an email from the company saying, due to lack of pickup, we're canceling your order and refunding your money. Okay. She says, you know what, I'm already on my way. I'll just go pick it up. I'll just go. Okay, she ends up going to pick it up. And even though it was canceled, they gave it to her. Turns out, a few days later, she sees that on her credit card, she got a refund. So she got the product and got the refund. So she asked, what should she do? Rabbi, tell me what to do. So I looked into it. Halachically, it's a mistake, and you're allowed to keep it. Halachically, by the letter of the law. But by the spirit of the law, our sages tell us, you will never benefit for something you didn't acquire honestly. You will never enjoy something you didn't acquire honestly. You want to be clean. It says, Neki chapayim uvar levav. We need to be clean, pristine. Not to have these, I'll nudge a little bit over here, I'll skim a little over there, just like, no. We have to be clean. We have to learn from Abraham how he went out of his way to make sure, to ensure that every dollar, every possession was honestly acquired, and there's no question. There's no one who can come say, you know what, I finagled this and I got that. No, squeaky clean. I don't want anyone taking credit for it either. Right? I think it's a very important lesson. We need to be representatives to the world of what it means to be honest, to what it means to be clean when it comes to money, not to be cheating, not to be conniving, not to be short-handing people on what their expectations are. Hashem should bless us all that we should find the success in everything that we do through the working in clean ways. There's plenty of ways to make money without cheating people. There's plenty of ways to make money without making people feel cheated and feeling bad. It's not only whether or not they are being cheated or not, but whether or not they feel like they're being cheated or not. And that's something that we learned from Abraham, to be very, very careful about that. So to our dear friends online, I'm very, very sad that we need to part ways now. But if you come live to classes, you can enjoy the class, hopefully for another hour of Talmud study. And we're always looking forward to having you here live at class. And have a good Shabbos. Please like, share, and comment on these videos. Because if you don't, somebody else will. We're looking forward to seeing you. Have a lovely Shabbos, everybody.